By the time they hogtied me with neon orange zip ties, I'd already decided I wasn't the one in trouble. There I was, face down in my own front yard, cheek mashed into ornamental mulch, while 3 dudes in matching HOA security windbreakers knelt on my back. "Suspect is subdued," the biggest one shouted, panting.
"I live here." I wheezed into the dirt.
"You tackled me taking out recycling." That's when the front door opened. A calm voice cut through the commotion. "Why is our homeowner zip-tied in his own yard?" Standing there were my older brother, Logan Hart, and his friend, Miguel Miggs Alvarez. Both ex-Marines, both built like gym memberships, both possessing that relaxed, deadly stillness. "Identify yourselves," Logan said, voice quiet. The ringleader puffed up. "We're the official security detail for the Cedar Hollow Reserve Homeowners Association. We're detaining this suspicious individual for trespassing and possible vandalism."
Miggs tilted his head.
"You boys licensed as private security? Or is this just a cosplay club with liability issues?" "My name is Evan Hart. I write network security software. I keep my grass reasonable, my music low.
Basically, I'm HOA catnip."
The kind of male homeowner who minds his own business and therefore must be hiding something. My project, or rather my unfinished project, was HOA President Phyllis Carroll. Helmet hair, a laminated badge, and a deep-seated belief that my house, specifically my garage, was some sort of militia training facility. Why? Because my brother Logan and Miggs were crashing with me for a few weeks between security contracts. The opening shots were petty. A letter about suspicious late-night garage usage. Then the drive-bys, Phyllis craning her neck to peer into my side yard. Then the direct threats, demanding I register my own brother as a long-term guest. Then came the anonymous emails, "Strange men at number 14, possible illegal training facility." Logan tried to brush it off. "This is nothing. I've seen colonels with less ego than this woman." But Phyllis didn't get bored. She got creative. At the next HOA meeting, she unveiled her masterpiece, the Cedar Hollow security team. 3 divorced guys desperate for a sense of purpose, handed walkie-talkies, reflective vests, and a mandate to protect the community from me. The morning of the tackle started routinely. At 7:05 a.m., I rolled my recycling bin to the curb. I saw Todd, one of the volunteers, idling in a white SUV, radio to his mouth, eyes locked on my house. As I turned to head back inside, all 3 were on me. I hit the grass hard. Cold plastic cinched around my wrists. Todd panted, "Under Cedar Hollow bylaws, we're authorized to detain any suspicious." "Suspicious what?" I snapped. "Recyclers.
"Unapproved occupants," he yelled.
"Phyllis says you're not the legal owner. We can't verify your residency." They dragged me closer to the house. That's when Logan and Miggs heard the commotion and stepped off the porch. "Why are strangers manhandling my brother?" Logan asked, voice flat. "You've got 10 seconds to make that sound legal." Todd, faced with 2 large men he didn't understand, made the worst choice possible.
He doubled down. "Stay back.
This is an official security action. We have authority to control the scene." Miggs' eyes flicked to the can of HOA issue pepper spray. He pulled out his phone, hit record, and held it up.
"Keep going," he told them.
"I want clean audio for the prosecutor." Phyllis arrived like a villain making her entrance. "Excellent work, team. Secure the subject. I'll call Officer Daniels." "Mrs. Carroll," Logan said. "Call whoever you like. But first, you're going to tell me why your little cosplay squad just committed felony false imprisonment." Miggs leaned toward Phyllis. "Per section 12.3 of the bylaws?" He cut in. "Bylaws do not supersede state law. And I'm pretty sure they don't say go body slam random dudes on their own property." Phyllis, suddenly unsure, put her speed dial on speaker. "Officer Daniels, it's Phyllis from Cedar Hollow. We've apprehended a suspicious man. We've got him tied up in—" "Wait," the officer cut in. "Tied up." Miggs took the phone. "Hello, officer. Miguel Alvarez, former USMC military police. I'm standing at 14, Larks Lane with my brother-in-law, the legal homeowner, zip-tied and face down on his lawn by unlicensed HOA volunteers. We'd like some actual law enforcement here now, please." The pause was significant. "Yeah," the officer finally said. "I'm on my way." Officer Daniels arrived. He cut the zip ties and helped me sit up. He turned to the HOA squad. "Breach of HOA bylaws is not a crime. Tackling and tying up a resident on their own property." He looked at me. That is a crime.
Phyllis reeled.
We're the victims.
No, ma'am, Daniel said.
The HOA can't enforce criminal law. You don't get to run your own police department. He called his supervisor. We may have an assault and unlawful restraint situation. I looked at Logan and Miggs.
Do you want to press charges? The officer asked.
Oh, absolutely, Logan said. I'll be darned if my little brother gets jumped by golf cart sweat with no consequences. Within a week, Todd and his squad were charged with misdemeanor assault and unlawful restraint. I filed a civil suit against the HOA. At the emergency HOA meeting, the clubhouse was packed. The HOA attorney announced the settlement agreement. The HOA would pay my medical costs, damages for unlawful detention, and legal fees. They would abolish the security team and attend mandatory training on what the law actually says. Then, the final bullet point, and Mrs. Carroll is resigning as HOA president, effective immediately, as part of the resolution.
The room erupted in applause.
Phyllis slammed her clipboard down. This is an outrage. I gave this community 10 years of my life.
And you almost gave me a concussion, I said. Call it even.
She signed the resignation with spectacular ungracefulness. The new board voted unanimously to bar her from any committee membership for 10 years and required her to complete a course on citizens' rights. Phyllis, meanwhile, left Cedar Hollow 3 months later, having discovered that when you play cop, you'd better pray the quiet guy you're tackling doesn't have 2 Marine vets inside his house and the law on his side.